It's been nearly 6 years and 11 months since Maritzburg United last beat SuperSport United away from home, and it might be a difficult task this afternoon for the team of choice to come to the Atteridgeville Stadium at Lucas Masterpieces Moripe to take on a SuperSport United that are so far unbeaten this season and come off that fabulous victory against Swallows by 3-0 last time out. Yes, Maritzburg United had that fabulous victory themselves over Moripe with that last-minute goal from their new signing Sakuna. But SuperSport United are well organised, and it's going to be an interesting one as we welcome you to the Lucas Masterpieces Moripe Stadium in Atteridgeville. DStv Premiership action, round number 5. And SuperSport United hosting Maritzburg United today. Blazing heat in the middle of the day, around about 30 degrees centigrade. But it's going to be a little bit cooler by the 5 o'clock kickoff, and certainly by the start of the second half I think we'll have quite moderate temperatures. It's an absolutely perfect high-felt day in Atteridgeville today. SuperSport United unchanged from that 3-0 victory over Swallows, not surprisingly, a week ago. Watch out for Jesse Don, who's been a bit of a revelation, the former under-20 and Ubuntu Cape Town FC midfield, and Tamsanqa Gabuza up front will provide a lot of problems, one thinks, for Ali and Ngani, Ishmael and company in the Maritzburg United camp. It's a good-looking side from SuperSport United. Watch out for Mokoena as well, one of the national team players, as we have a look at the coach, Kaitano Tembo. James Minga joins me upstairs and he'll take you through the technical formation.
It is the number of final entries in the final set that will be created by Gabuza and Dondi, but more importantly is the second ball, which Mokoena always strives for with his long shot.
In the background, the pitch absolutely looking perfect as we look at the lineup from Maritzburg United. Marcel Engelhardt kept his side in the game with some brilliant saves against Moripe Galants. And up front, Amadou Sakuna did the business with a goal in the final minutes. Otherwise, looking at the lineup there, Sinamandla Zondi from the MDC side gets a start, and Nazir Ali is one of the two changes made by this man, Ernst Middendorp. Rowan Human will start on the bench, and Changase as well is not part of the matchday squad. There's a couple of suspensions as well, James Mayinga. Luke Fleurs was sent off against Amazulu. He's serving his second suspension. Let's have a look at that formation.
It's all about bringing resilience in that midfield pack. Expect the partnership of Ryan Ray and Klassen to be very key in terms of keeping the team structure.
The match referee for today is Chidiso Maroping with Kamaelo Ramotindela, the assistant referee on the near side. On the far side, Jamchi Dlamini and Zakele Siwela, who was on duty in the Swallows City game yesterday, is the fourth official for this one. The two captains then, Klassen and Ronwin Williams, who is also the national team captain. We're going to pause now for a moment of silence. A moment of silence in honor of the late Johannesburg Mayor, Jolidi Matongo, and the Deputy Minister in the Presidency, Professor Klengu Mkhize, and also to all those South African citizens that have perished in the COVID pandemic. The round of applause, as usual, is for those frontline workers who continue to do such a fabulous job, and we have some of them on duty here today at the Lucas Masterpieces Moripe Stadium. Think about it, says Ronwin Williams. Let's not give anything away. We know Maritzburg United are dangerous with their two international strikers, 24-year-old Richard Zuma, who scored against Barocca FC, and a cracking goal from Amadou Sakuna, the Malian-born French under-19 international who was playing in Israel before he was signed by the team of choice with their new sponsor, Gift of the Givers. So a very interesting match in prospect here today. Maritzburg United playing in a dark strip today. They'll play from left to right. Maritzburg United in the blue, beg your pardon, the white colours with the blue numbers, defending the southern end of the Lucas Masterpieces Moripe Stadium. 90 minutes of action, 3 points up for grabs, and we get underway then with Maritzburg United in possession. SuperSport United with a chance to go second on the table, or retain their second place on the table and go into double figures. A win would take them to 11 points. Maritzburg United in the top 7 of the DStv Premiership after those back-to-back victories, both by a goal to nil. If they pick up 3 points, they'll go to 9, and that could really give them a big boost in the current season. Stellenbosch are playing against Chipper at the moment. Back-to-back matches for Maritzburg United against SuperSport United back there, but let's pause for a moment. Space available for the shot, and oh, that just whizzes past the hands from Jamie Webber over Marcel Engelhardt, but it didn't miss by that much. Lovely pressure.
Indeed, in the final third is the number of entries that SuperSport will always create. He should hit the target from the put the keeper to work, because that's a clear-cut opportunity. Hence you see Coach Middendorf say, come on, wake up.
There's the national team captain, one of 4 of the internationals, 3 of them in the starting lineup today, and Luke Fleurs serving his second match of suspension after the Ramazulu match. It ended in a goalless draw, but not good news for Fleurs, who saw himself with 2 yellows.
It's an unfortunate one for a defender to always get a second yellow, and it means an early shower.
Well, Klongwani had the same situation for Maritzburg United, and he's up the other side of the pitch. So 2 international players missing out of this match today, courtesy of second suspensions. They'll be back in action for the next matches, which only take place in the first week of October. Second corner of the match then, and it's gone in. Oh, the glancing header, and Engelhardt was defending his near post. It's gone to the bar, and a fabulous effort for SuperSport United. Jamie Webber sneaks that one in, and SuperSport United lead by a goal to 0.
Unbelievable from Gabuza.
It's Gabuza, I do beg your pardon.
His aerial strength will always be a threat to defenders. But more importantly, it was the deliver, the outswing from Jamie Webber. Look how he outjumped Dengane, Ryan Ray in the mist. And as for Engelhardt, he never thought that he's going to touch the back of the net. What a goal from Gabuza. He powered himself, he lived very well and managed to redirect the ball. And then the celebration says Bopper. It means we're tightening things up.
Fabulous start for SuperSport United. And Gabuza with his normal celebration, a 34-year-old former Arrows and Pirates striker. 3rd goal of the season for him.
Rob and who to pick.
Notepad ready, and we'll start to look through the names that he's chosen. As we said, there are a couple of representatives on the pitch today that he'll either circle to include or maybe draw a line through. You don't want to be one of those that draws the line through, but there are going to be a couple of those. Lovely ball through in the area. Williams has been called on to do duty here. A nice ball, and the dangerous player is Kiwuchi. Just a little bit of space available for Ikram Reyners, but he wasn't able to do the initial pickup, which is unfortunate for SuperSport United.
Again, as a super keeper, is leading by example, making sure that he cut each and every threat that Maritzburg is throwing at them.
They're not able to hold on for possession too long, Maritzburg United, and what they are doing is they're playing a more of an aerial ball type of game, and SuperSport United are keeping the ball on the ground, and it's paying great dividends for SuperSport United. Don takes his eyes off the ball for a moment. Sukuna says thank you very much. A little give and go from Sukuna, but Don will fight back. And so for that matter, will Sabonga and Klapo, but Brendan Turon will pick up their space in the middle of the park here for an effort that is well saved by Williams. Disappointing for Sukuna.
Very disappointing, Kevin. You expect him to hit the target, but look at Klassen. He did well, and the layback, I think for me he was indecisive as to when to pull the trigger. He went for power instead of trying to get that curler into the left-hand side of Williams, but Williams' position also beautiful.
Happy to introduce young players, particularly SuperSport United. It's no great surprise to see the number of youngsters in the SuperSport United campus. Kiwuchi goes almost for a safety first option of Jesse Don, just looking to find a little bit of balance there on the attack. It's not completely one-way traffic if you look at the reaction of Caetano Tembo, because slowly but surely the tide seems to be pushing its way south at the stadium, and Maritzburg United are slowly but surely starting their attacks a little bit higher, and they're looking for more opportunities. Lovely skill from Sukuna, and that'll be a free kick in a very, very good position for Maritzburg United. Mokoena with a foul.
He did well, Sekuna, there to win the free kick, because he knew exactly that he has no chance of trying to maneuver the space as Mokoena was coming lunging. Let's see what Ferron can do with this free kick. Maybe they can get something out of it.
Always the question of whether he goes the direct route or whether there is a little flick across the penalty area in a variation to the theme. All these things practiced over and over again ad infinitum in the training ground, but it's going to be left here to Amadou Sekuna, so one can only imagine that's going to be a direct effort.
Yes.
Big sigh from the 29-year-old, and oh, he nearly goes into the near post. That's a tremendous save from Williams. The danger's not quite over yet. I've been impressed with the last 5 minutes of Maritzburg United. SuperSport United holding much of the pressure so far. That's a tremendous challenge from Jesse Don, by the way, getting rid of Amadou Sekuna. Not quite the touch that Reynolds was looking for either.
They were in between Reynolds and Gabuz as to exactly not knowing where Weber wanted them to play the ball. Instead of that, you should expect Gabuza to make that run to take away the defender and leave Reynolds with ample space on the ball. But Maritzburg has started slow. Now they're starting to pick up in the final minutes of the first half. Let's see what they can come up with Jimmy Weber this time around.
Weber goes deep. Engelhardt comes off his line and then changes his direction. It's gone onto the top of the net, but just for a moment, Engelhardt, when he didn't make contact with it, provided some opportunity for Ditlokwe.
Those were worrying moments because he was in no man's land. Unfortunate for Ditlokwe, he did everything right. He just the target that eluded him at that point in time. Stuff, but I mean, the technique that he used to bend it over the wall and on the hip side, Kevin, quite closely. But I like the reaction from Williams, sewing it very quickly and early to pair it away.
And at the same time, he had to be, it was ball and post at the same time.
Yes,
so,
yes.
You know, and he eluded both of them. He parried the ball away, didn't knock himself unconscious on the post. So, yeah, that's tremendous. It really is quality. Brandon Taron will head away. In fact, that's Nazir Ali out there. Chase for Sekuna. Zuma can take possession here. Does he go directly for goal or does he take his time? He takes his time. Ditlokwe in close proximity, and the Botswana centre-back has done absolutely fantastically.
Brilliant defending from Ditlokwe. Not diving, not committing earlier, waiting for the moment. But what was very important, it's how he managed to close that channel for Zuma to go to his stronger foot and forcing him to the weaker foot, and managed to get the block where it mattered most to concede a corner. So good defending from the Botswana international.
Tremendous. Pushing a little bit further forward now. Weber nearly gets the benefit of the doubt here. Very, very nearly gets the better of Nazir Ali. Pick up from Dalen Klaassen. He's just swapped into the midfield role at the moment. He was playing down the left-hand side a bit earlier on. There's Klaassen. Ray, the recipient. 1 minute of time added on by the referee, Mr. Tsidiso Maruping. And we are just about 20 seconds away from half-time in Atteridgeville. It's been an entertaining match so far. It's been two different forms because SuperSport United have kept the ball on the ground. Maritzburg United started playing long balls and then they changed their game plan to get the ball on the ground. It's been much more a successful element of the pressure they're trying to build in order to grab an equalizer. It's not going to come in the first half though, because that's the half-time whistle from referee Tsidiso Maruping, and Marcel Engelhardt conceding his first goal in 2 matches, and a third goal before Tamsanqa Gabuza. And yeah, a good first half performance. I thought that Maritzburg United perhaps did enough maybe to grab an equaliser. Didn't come their way though, and SuperSport United will have an advantage going into the second half of the match. It's half time in Atteridgeville. SuperSport United lead Maritzburg United by 1-0. Right, Tsidiso Maruping gets us underway for the next 45 minutes of action in the setting sun arena of Lucas Masterpieces Moripe. We are in Atteridgeville on the western side of the capital city of South Africa, Tshwane. Now, how long does it take the players to settle down? You've been in a sort of situation like this before, James. How long does it take to settle down?
It depends on the warm-up from the start. If it's intense and short, then yes, the muscle will be activated.
Well, fantastic, and that's exactly what Maritzburg United were looking for. And the man they sent on, Lifa Klongwane, delivers the goods just 2 minutes in to the restart, and 12 minutes into the second half. The national team goalkeeper's been beaten, and it's game on at Attridgeville. SuperSport United 1, Maritzburg United 1. His first goal of the season, Lifa Klongwane. Well, surely, James, that was offside by a considerable margin.
It was offside. Only if it bounced off the SuperSport player, then Lifa Klongwane will be given that benefit of a doubt. But if it didn't, then it was offside. Indeed, it was Mukwena's clearance that set Lifa Klongwane through. So the SuperSport players, they have to play according to the whistle, because they waited thinking it was an offside. And Lifa Klongwane kept his composure to find the back of the net and get the equalizer.
As it's a level, sorry. And Maritzburg United coming from behind. And suddenly the pressure is on the home side.
Credit must be given to the second assistant, Janshin Dlamini, for spotting that clearance from Mukwena. Had it not, then the SuperSport was going to cry foul play.
Well, Maritzburg United doing a great job to get themselves back onto level terms, and there's a header that's gone just wide. Brilliant effort. Is that a Klapo? No. Kompani Lungu.
Mkwanazi.
Oh my goodness, I'll get it right in a moment.
Good delivery, outswinger from Weber, but look at Mkwanazi leaping through. But now the question is, why do you put Klassen and Mkwanazi? For me, it's not a match to match. You rather have Ndengane with Mkwanazi, because trust me, he will power through Klassen all the way in the high balls.
Offside or not?
Not offside. Look at the clearance from Mukwena. The last touch before Klongwane, it came from Mukwena. That's why it's not an offside. Hence, credit must be given. Look at the trying to nick
I see
it.
what you mean. Yeah,
yes.
No, clearly there was a touch from Mukwena. You're right, and well spotted by the assistant referee as well. I do see that now players warming up here to come on for SuperSport United, so change is imminent.
It is, with the way it stands, even the likes of Mbule might even make an entry into the team, because they will need his creativity. Dengane living dangerously, creating fouls in the most dangerous places. You have the likes of Mkwena, Weber, that can bend the ball over the wall. They have the right technique, so they need to minimize such mistakes.
I'm sure Krobler would love an opportunity like this as well, but yes, as you say, I mean, Mkwena well within the capabilities of putting SuperSport United back in front. 16 minutes plus stoppage time away from the final whistle. Plenty of time for either one of these two sides. Jesse Don is standing just away from the ball. I don't think there's going to be any part for him to play. And Mkwena doesn't miss by much. And Engelhardt was just moving in the other direction as well. That was top left-hand corner, and Engelhardt is going right.
Yes. Few inches. Had it dipped earlier, it was going to be a goal. But unfortunately, it was saved by the blushes, Engelhardt.
Long throw in from Klapo. Nice touch in the area as well. There's space for Kapuza. And there was space as well for Kompani Lungu. Both of them have missed golden opportunity to put SuperSport United back in front, because the goal now for either side will be of the absolute highest value.
The clearance wasn't convincing from Engelhardt at that point in time. He looks shaky in today's game. I'm not sure exactly what is happening in his mind.
And just as almost as if he heard you, Mr. Jason. Ball in from Nklapo, chase on for Ryan Ray. Suddenly there's a bit more patience from SuperSport United. Ray's also had a fair match for the team of choice today. Oh, it's a lovely ball here. Mokoena in a bit of space. He's got some skill. Lovely work in the penalty area. Cleared away by Bulelani and Dengani. Oh, lovely turn as well here from Sukuna. Has he touched it too far ahead of him? I don't think he has. Sukuna feeds the ball through the middle. Oh, it's gone the wrong side of Williams. There might have been a defensive deflection there. Is it a corner? Might very well be. If so, SuperSport United are all breathing very much a sigh of relief.
Tateyayone Diteko at the right place at the right time. It started with Sukona in his half, turning Mukwanaze. But look at the concentration from Diteko. Immediately knowing that that pass, if it doesn't intersect, Seron might be in his way to the goals.
In the Pirates setup and didn't see him there, but yeah, unfortunately not. A space down the middle of the park here for Daylon Klaasen. 3 minutes of time added on by the referee. Can Sukuna provide something? Well, he's not going to get a shot at goal. He's not going to get a free kick either out of referee Moripe. But it was teeing up nicely for a repeat of what he did against Maruma Galant. Only 22nd. There's Jamie Webber, 3 minutes confirmed as being added on by match referee Tadiso Maruping. Been some good performances here today, and I really do think Nklapo played well. I love the battle between Nklapo and Klongwani when he came on. I think Klaasen's had a good match. I think Ray's had a good match. As we said, Engelhardt maybe a little bit on the jittery side, but yeah, is he going to be tested later on here? They're looking for a penalty, SuperSport United. And when you're on the edge of the penalty area like that and you blaze the ball into the area, it's not a bad ploy because there can be hands all over the place, and hence the appeal from the home side. This is the Boko Mokoena. Space for Gompani Lungu. Just enough of an intervention there from the two blue-footed centre-backs. Blue-booted, Ndengani and Reyes Ismail. Got away with that one, I think, a trip. He's hanging on here, is Ernst Middendorp and Maritzburg United. Here's the new man. Manziba. Time and space. Ball doesn't reach. Chiron. Ball turned over by Jesse Don. Been impressive so far. Ryan Ray will clear. Space in the middle of the park here for a response from Maritzburg United. And that is a professional foul.
Yes.
I think Nisma Becerra could be in trouble. Oh, he's not. I thought that was certainly a candidate for a yellow card.
A bit of step over from Klaasen, but stopping the promising attack. Yes, he's supposed to. And a gift from the referee.
Rather belated finish to this match. And you'll forgive us, I'm sure, on your World of Champions. And thanks very much for sticking with us. Floodlight failure at one stage. And Klaapo will clear in front of Klongwani. This is Manziba. We are just 40 seconds away from the final whistle. Flick on up towards Gompani Lungu. Space down the left-hand side here for SuperSport United. Ray with a tremendous challenge.
Well-timed tackle from Ray. It started with him defending that penalty, with him taking the hands behind his back, giving no benefit of doubt. But again, he never put his foot wrong in terms of defending.
Surely it's the final opportunity of the match. Sibambule to take it. De Klokwe waiting in the middle. The keeper stays on his line. Pays the price. SuperSport United with a smash and grab, and it's De Klokwe. And they can't believe it. Engelhardt came out, and then he went back. And that hesitation pays for SuperSport United. De Klokwe has had a fabulous match today. Seals the deal for Matsatanse Patori. There's Luc Fleurs in the middle of that picture, and a number of the other players that didn't make the matchday squad. Wow, what an ending. What a disaster for Maritzburg United. The final kick of the match. Maritzburg United concede late.
It starts with the delivery. Look how he drilled it, but De Klokwe leaped over to manage to connect very well, but Engelberg in no man's land. lost completely. If you're not sure, stay in your line.
Well, you've got to come out. It's on the edge of the 6-yard box. He's got to come out and punch that. It's the final minute of the game. It's the final kick. He doesn't. He gets caught in no man's land. He clockware. His celebration is as good as the goal that he scored. Yeah, hats off to you, mate.
Unbelievable from the young man. He never put his foot wrong. What a way to seal a solid performance from the Botswana international.
Yeah, it's a bit of a smash and grab, to be honest, but one must say that the pressure creates goals and a bit of indecision for Engelhardt. We did say that Engelhardt wasn't having the best games today. Well, jeepers creepers, that was just the crowning, not so much glory for the German goalkeeper, but yeah, in all honesty, I think Maritzburg United probably deserved a point out of this match, but you cannot get away from SuperSport United scoring goals. It's goals that win matches. They smash and grab a late goal here and win the match. Gabuza and did clockware with goals for SuperSport United. There was the goal from Klunkwane, but SuperSport United win tonight by 2-1.